it does. Pick it up. Right, another week of Netball Chat with Sam
and Zach.
Round 1, Birdies v
Fever.
And you've got the jumper on to show who the victor was.
That's right.
What a win. Dominant performance by
the Birdies. It was great. They broke the Fever drought. First loss to Fever.
10-goal victory, so
convincing win.
The field is right open.
They started quite early with a 2-goal lead, kept that up throughout the game, didn't let Fever get in.
No.
Fever didn't have many answers. They tried a few different combinations. Medhurst was off.
Really interesting, I thought, last week we spoke about how, if Fever needed a plan B, they can't always feed into Fowler all the time, and I don't know if they didn't show that plan B. I think Geitz learnt a lot from that black eye last week with Bryce, and she was dominant against Fowler.
Yeah, and you could clearly see what the game plan was.
Yeah.
They double-teamed her. And it totally worked. And Medhurst...
So what do you mean by they wanted Medhurst as a third feeder?
Well, just recently in most games, if you track Medhurst's movement around the outside of the circle and then into the circle, she acts as a third feeder. So she's...
Feeder.
Yeah, Fever feeder.
Fever feeder.
A Fever feeder.
Fever feeder.
The Fever feeder.
The Fever feeder.
The Fever feeder to Fowler. The Fever feeder to Fowler against Firebirds.
Well, too many F's, and I like alliteration.
That didn't work because obviously they couldn't get the ball to Fowler. We can't move on without mentioning Gretel Tippett's great performance.
Gretel Tippett, game of the...
Well, she was. She got person of the match as well. Yeah. Tell us about her stats, Zach.
I'm back on with Zach with stats this week. I felt a bit jealous last week that you had all the stats. 37 feeds, 27 goal assists, 93% shooting, which is high for Tippett. So Tippett was on fire, and she is just...
No pun intended.
Firebirds. It's getting hot in here, so hot, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I'm gonna take my clothes off.
Well, we're not actually going to do that.
Her and Aiken just put on a show in that last quarter.
Yeah,
a few round the post, a few...
Oh, yeah, the little round the post number. That was a bit tricky.
Look away.
Token.
Kept Bruce and Francis quiet. So they had to bring Stacey Francis out into wing defence and Joe Weston into goal defence to try and counteract Tippett. And then Annika Lee Jones, giant goalkeeper. Young
girl, yeah, that's right.
She had to come in to try and have some height against Aiken.
Hey, fun fact for you. Fact about the Fever Firebirds Fowler situation.
Right.
How about that for the alliteration?
Loving that.
So, we all know that Aiken didn't get much of a run for Jamaica. Because she was, Fowler was chosen over her as a shooter.
Yes.
Okay. And who outshone the shooter on Saturday?
Romelda.
DD's. Totally. Showed Fowler,
Showed Jamaica. That.
It was a shot off.
Yes.
It was a shot off.
It was.
It was a GS off. And DD's walked away with the trophy. Hashtag we are purple.
Hashtag we are fire.
P.S. Just a little shout out to 2 girls who were doing cheerleading at halftime at the Firebirds game who were in my netball team. So
shout out to you girls. Right, second game. Hashtag Swifts New Vixens. Got up over your second team Magpies.
The Magpies.
What's going on with the Pies, Sam?
I don't know what's going on with the Pies. It seems like there's still a breakdown somewhere in the team. I mean, Erin Bell seems to have a good shooting percentage, but then she still gets taken off after a while.
I think I noticed that in the first quarter they were throwing to Bell, and Bell was getting those balls in, but then in the second, third, fourth quarter, they were just looking for Thwaites, and even when Thwaites was double teamed and Bell was way open,
yeah, they were still pushing that ball.
That ball in. I don't know. Do the girls have confidence in Erin Bell? Do they just need some more time playing with her? I don't know. I really thought that Bell actually had a much better game this week. Well done to the Swifts.
Yeah, well done to the Swifts.
They played really well.
They did play up from about halfway.
Yeah. Second quarter was 19-10 to the Swifts, so they really came into it. That's when they started playing.
Second half of the second quarter, yeah.
Houseby.
Helen Elsby was playing like, you know, it was a do or die.
Oh.
She was just, the look in her eyes, she was going for every ball.
What about that save that she had, I think, in the third quarter?
Yep.
Where she grabbed the ball, tipped it out, Hail Married it back, straight back into the circle, grabbed it, shot her.
Put the shot
done.
Yeah.
She had a great game. She was in everything. Defensive tips, chasing down loose balls, lots of centre pass receives, lots of feeds and shots. 22 goal assists, 28 feeds, 3 gains, 2 intercepts, 2 deflections for a goal attack.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
that's nice balls.
Was on fire.
She was. Let's just save the on fire for the Firebirds this week.
Okay. Yeah. She was flying high for the Swifts.
Yeah, that's better.
Do you like that one?
Yeah, I do. But let's just bring it down a notch. You're still putting a lot of pressure on the Swifts as your new Vixens.
They're just outside the top 4. Just outside the top 4.
Okay.
Swifties had a good one. They soared high and they're soaring into that top 4. I can really feel it.
Yeah, good one. Okay, so next game of the round, we had Thunderbirds
the Lightning. Mentor 150th game and cap for the Suncorp Super Netball. Yeah, she had a cracker of a game. 8 pickups, 4 intercepts, 13 deflections. She was probably the difference, really, in helping the Thunderbirds get that win.
The Lightning get that win.
Oh, the Thunder. The Lightning get that win.
You're getting confused with
Thunderbirds. Yes.
Thunder.
The Thunder.
Lightning and the Thunder. So talking of the Thunderbirds, though, another loss. However,
only lost by 8.
How close were they getting the sniff in for a bonus point in one of the quarters?
Well, here's the thing. I just think they just don't finish it off well. They don't have the persistence and patience just to finish off their quarters. They were ahead in the first and second quarter, and just a few mistakes in that last 2 minutes let the Lightning back in. Now, I've been a bit critical about Dan Ryan's timeouts, calling them in like the last 5 minutes of the game or last 3 minutes of the game, and he kind of talks to the girls about, right girls, let's go, we've got this, we've got to win this quarter. And I don't know, I think that puts the extra pressure on the girls.
And they lose their momentum?
Yeah.
They lose their momentum.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think teams know that they're close. Like the Thunderbirds know that they're really close to winning this quarter, and then that added pressure, I don't know, psychologically that's really hard. And I thought Charlie Hodges had a really great game.
Oh yes, debutante had a really good game, and unfortunately got hurt.
Knocked out.
Got knocked out,
really?
Yeah, shoulder injury. So that was a real shame.
I think that was the difference this week. Chelsea Pittman was not afraid to pass to Charlie Hodges, and she did very well. She had a lot of refeeds, she had a lot of 1-2 plays with Pittman, she took a lot of centre pass receives, and she wasn't afraid to put that ball up. I think maybe in the past that they've been too focused on getting in the ball into Shimona Nelson. This time, passing into Charlie Hodges really worked for them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she came off in the third quarter, and so hopefully that she's not out for too long.
Fingers crossed. You know, so good on Chelsea Pittman for being such a leader and.
Well, I thought Chelsea had a really good game this time. We've talked about the Commonwealth Games hangover a little bit.
Yeah.
So maybe Chelsea Pittman's coming out of that because she had really great, lots of centre pass receives, re-offered, pre-work feeds.
Assists.
29 feeds, 17 goal assists.
You know, she's definitely one of the players that is holding them up there.
And all that other end as well. Liana DeBrain, Kate Shimon had a brilliant game again. Shimo.
Yeah.
So I think maybe Dan Ryan has found his starting 7, and hopefully that team can now work towards
Just pulling it for quarter here and there.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. So other teams, be warned.
Last game of the weekend.
Yes, Vixens v
Giants.
And
your second team?
My second team, Giants, got up.
Once again, Joe Harden.
Hashtag with Harden.
With Harden. Just a blinder.
Goal attack again.
A goal attack
Starting at goal attack, Pettit was goal shooter.
Have you noticed, she's always got a headband in.
Maybe we should wear the headband.
She's always got a headband.
Maybe that's why she won't take any photos with us, because we're not having the headbands on.
That's what we need to do. We need to wear the headband. But they did try and shut her down.
Yes, so the Vixens tried a bit of zoning defence, which means that they create a bit of a wall at the top of the circle between the goal defence, the wing defence and the centre.
Yeah, so the defence strategy is not on the ball, not on the person, but is for the space.
Yes.
So they defend the space when they zone.
So they come off the top, they form a bit of a line at the top of the circle, and I think that was to prevent Green and Harton and Guthrie to try and get to that top of the circle and just feed into Chrissy Bryce or Susan Pettit and prevent entry for Harton, because once she's in the circle, she's really challenging to defend.
She is.
Let's pull it back down to the other shooting end though. Kamwenda, 100% again. Has not missed a goal.
Oh my goodness. Like, she's just a superstar. Honestly.
Yeah. Once she goes for that goal post, you just got to guess that
it's all over Red Rover.
Yeah. So
you might as well pack your suitcase and head back to the airport.
Well, at least back to the centre pass, so because you got no chance. So she has not missed a goal in 10 quarters of Suncorp Super Netball.
Oh my gosh! Zach, that's really good stats, FYI.
Thank you. Defensively, Bully and Pullman, they communicate so well together. So Phillip and Kamwenda, they use the in-out, the drop-backs, they do the figure eight so well. But Bully and Pullman have such great communication that they always remain in front of their attacker and put themselves between the feeder and the shooter. So even though Kamwenda and Phillip are doing these figure eights and swapping in, they communicate so well that they bounce back to the other player and make it really difficult for those feeders to get a clear shot in. So, and the Vixens tried to change things up. They had Watson there, they had Maloney there, they had Kaya Watson there for a bit to try and silence her, but she just had the answer for everyone and having a brilliant wing defence there. So that is why the Giants are the #1 defensive team in the comp.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
So, just talking about the Vixens changing it up there. So, they've got a new player as of this round, Renee Ingalls, who is actually retired. And I just wanted to give a shout out to her because, well, actually, this weekend we had 2 mums on the court with Beck Bully as well. Like, doing it for the mums. Yes. Like, hashtag doing it for the mums. Love your work, girls. Love it, Renee, that you've come back to the game after retiring with your twins and coming back to your original home team.
Yeah, hashtag never say no.
Saturday is for netballing.
Hashtag Saturday is for netballing. Cancel all your other plans.
Yeah, Monday to Friday parenting. Saturday netballing. That's how we roll.
And Dad was there. Dad was at the game.
Dad was there. He, NBA superstar.
NBA superstar. Played his little game over there and now back watching his girl play. So great to see.
Yeah, it's good.
You'll have to ask Rocco to come down on a Saturday.
Whether he's parenting while I'm netballing, so that doesn't really work.
You've waited a few weeks, guys, but it's finally here. The Wing Attack Awf. Look, I'm not personally a wing attack. I'm a bit more of a defence player myself. So Samantha, tell me, what do you reckon wing attacks?
I think what makes a good wing attack is the ability to have speed and agility and also to be able to read the play and put passes into the right spot for your shooters. Your 2 main jobs, which is to receive on the centre pass and then to feed the ball into the circle. Driving out quickly for the centre pass, driving down quickly onto the circle edge. Depending on what your centre is doing, that ability to work with the centre.
Creating that triangle with the centre.
Yeah, so,
one on the centre and the shooter.
Exactly, yeah.
And we see a lot of different feeds into a shooter. Like we get a lot of lobs in, we get a lot of low passes. What's your thoughts when feeding into a shooter?
Well, it depends on the shooter. You know, so if you've got someone like Tippett or DD or Fowler, you're going to put up those high balls because you know they're going to be able to pull them in.
And it's all about getting that lob over the defence. So if they're a holding shooter, then they can roll off that or come away from that and have the space underneath the post.
Space, yep, to pick it up. When you've got someone like Steph Wood or Medhurst, they like to have the little low ones, and then they like to do the refeeds as well. So
yes,
you've got to be quick to give and go for those refeeds.
So, and that's just about getting a little bit closer to the post. So you pass in and then they pass back to you and then pass
and then
straight
they split
back
and then they go again.
Good.
Yeah. Also, you've got those shooters that pop off on the baseline, come out for it. Harton does that.
Harton, the drive across.
The drive across. She does that as well.
Yeah.
Pettit, yep. Kamwenda as well.
Okay, so let's talk about our wing attacks. We have some really awesome wing attacks in this competition.
Netball, yep. So we've spotlighted on the wing attacks this week. Well, I mean, not looking at the stats, who do you think was your wing attack of the week this week? Okay, from what team?
I was really impressed with Paige Hadley this week. But you know, as well as anyone, that I have a soft spot for Liz Watson. She's been in my fantasy team for way too many weeks.
Just from watching everyone, who do you think was the wing attack of the week?
Paige Hadley.
Well, I was going to say Paige Hadley as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when we look at their stats, we break them down to three things: the centre pass, your feeds, or goal assists. Remember, we spoke a few weeks ago about what the difference was between a feed and a goal assist.
And let's clarify centre pass receive.
So, well, they're the first receiver on the centre pass.
Okay. Right, so on the centre pass receives, who's our biggest work rater?
Birdies, Katie Nevins.
Wow, okay.
She's 27 centre pass receives this week, followed closely by Kim Green for the Giants with 23.
All right, what about feeds into that circle?
This one totally supports both your and mine opinion on who was the wing attack of the week, with Paige Hadley with 39 feeds.
Excellent. Into
the circle. But in saying that, Kim Green 38, so only one behind her.
To be expected.
Yeah.
Goal assists. Who's putting that ball in exactly where the shooters want them?
Okay, well, actually, the Vixens Watson/Maloney combo there tops the charts for the stats on 29 goal assists.
Yeah.
You're looking at Kim Green at 24 and then Paige Hadley 23. So if we were to average it out over those three elements, centre pass, feeds, goal assists, this week, Paige Hadley is clearly the winner. Kim Green coming in close second, 38 feeds, 24 goal assists, 23 centre pass.
So tell us what you think about wing attacks. Have a bit of a look at them. See what's happening on the court this week, and let us know what you think.
Yeah, and if you play wing attack and you'd like to share some information, please do so.
Samantha, is it worth talking about tips this week?
I really think we could probably just skip straight over that. Yeah.
4 out of 4 this week, guys. It puts a lot of pressure on me, to be honest. I'm feeling the pressure.
Excuse me, you're not fouls in the circle. Like, relax
Do I
yourself.
have to have a plan B? I think I need. I'm a bit like the fever. I need to have a plan B.
Okay, round 6. We've got Lightning and Vixens first up. I'm going with the Lightning because they're at home and they had a win, and I think they're gonna just thunderbolt it in. I don't know.
I'm going Vixens.
Okay. Viva v Giants.
It's in Perth. I'm going Fever.
I'm going Fever too after their loss to the Firebirds.
They'll clean up.
Swifts against Thunderbirds. It's Swifts for me.
Go the Swifts.
And
it's so high.
Magpies and Firebirds.
Oh
my gosh, this one is so hard for me. Alright, it's gonna be the Firebirds, but I just want to win for the Pies.
I can't see the Firebirds losing with how they're playing at the moment.
Nah. Okay, so it's time for our fantasy team.
Fantasy time.
Yeah. Now, my fantasy team, it was a bit hard actually because a lot of my favourite players were all playing the same position. So,
what did you Did you go out of your purple heart? Really?
Not in my defence set. Okay, so I'm going to start with my shooter. So Dee Dee, you're on there this week. Goal attack was so hard. Houseby, Harton, Tippett, Houseby, Harton, Tippett, Harton, Houseby. So I've gone with Little Speed.
Wow.
And then Paige Hadley.
Mm-hmm.
At wing attack, Serena in at centre because she's just solid. So then my defence end is hashtag We're Purple. Just can't get past them. Simpson, Hinchcliffe, Guidesy, boom.
I've changed things up with this week, don't you worry guys. My goal shooter, 10 quarters, no goal missed. I've gone Kamwenda this week.
Yeah.
Goal attack, too good, Tippett. Wing attack, Paige Hadley, as we said. Centre, I also went Serena Guthrie. Thought she had a caraca-jack of a game. Wing defence, back to Ash Brazel. Goal defence, as I spoke about, I really liked Beck Buller's game this week. It was so good. Yeah. And goalkeeper, happy 150th, Jeeves Mentor.
Oh, James. Love you, Jeeves.
Happy 150th.
Happy 150th. Hashtag with Harton.
We need to get the band happening.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Let's sort that out.
We do. Let's get the band.
Okay. Well, you need to get on the bandwagon. Okay. Hashtag with Joe. Still waiting.
Hashtag with Harton.
Thanks for watching another episode of Netball Chat with Sam
and Zach.
We can't, like, she tries to skip, she tries to skip
skip the tips.
You want to know our tips for this week, don't you guys?
Skip the tips.
What are our, no, hashtag skip the tips, guys, number 1. And we have a running total going on, and the fans want to see if I can hold it.
Hashtag so hot. Hashtag so hot right now.
Hashtag so hot. Look.
Just name it. Hashtag Swift the new Vixens. Yeah. And Eleanor Spears.
So, I don't know. Maybe hashtag capture with Kamwenda.
I'm too scared. She seems like she's just too nice and polite and well-mannered and graceful to have a selfie with us two larrigans.
I'm just practicing my dance moves. Maybe we need to practice our dance moves.
Well, no, it's kind of more like graceful.
Sunshine.